Welcome back, dear trader, to our channel. Today I will teach you how to get incredible results like this in your trading. Just stay till the end to understand the strategy and get the indicators. If you trade stocks, forex, commodities or cryptos, this strategy will help you to get positive results in your next 100 trades. You can apply this strategy if you are a beginner. Trading is more about psychology and being patient than taking several trades without the right analysis and discipline. Okay, now let's move on and I will explain the strategy. We are now on the Cardano 5-minute chart, so we will see how to take short trades. First we have to see that the whole suite is in the red and the market should give us a pullback on the candlestick chart. If you don't know what a pullback is, I'll leave you an image so you can understand better. And very important is that during this pullback the whole suite does not change color to green. Second, at the moment of the bearish breakout the price must be below the whole suite. Third, the key bar must be red and the blue line must be below the zero line. Once these conditions are met, we set our stop loss and take profit. But I want you to pay close attention here, because it's very important to understand how our risk-reward ratio works. The stop loss is then set at the nearest swing high or whole suite, wherever it is most reasonable to set it. And the take profit, first we put it in a 1-to-1 relationship with the stop loss. Once the price reaches the take profit, we move the stop loss to the entry price. But the trade does not end here, we have to be attentive to how the price moves. When the price reaches a risk-reward ratio of 1-to-2, we move the stop loss to the 1-to-1 ratio of our take profit. And then when the price reaches the price of a 1-to-3 risk-reward ratio, we move the stop loss to the 1-to-2 ratio of our take profit. In this example we see that the market continues to give us profitability and we obtain a new stop loss when the price reaches the risk-reward ratio 1-to-4, so we move the stop loss to the ratio 1-to-3 of our take profit and continue with the trade. We see that it gives us a new stop loss because the risk-reward ratio is 1-to-5, so we move the stop loss to the 1-to-4 take profit ratio. Now we see that I hit the stop loss, but we did make a big profit on this trade, so I think it is a great strategy when applied correctly. In this way we take advantage of all the profitability that the market can give us. I will give you some more examples for you understand better. Here is another interesting example. First we see that the whole suite is in red, this indicates that the market is controlled by sellers and we also see a pullback on the candlestick chart. Second, we see the bearish breakout below the whole suite. But we see that in the bearish breakout the QQE bar is not in red and the blue line is not below zero. In this type of case we can wait for the next candle and see if the QQE bar turns red and the blue line is below zero, but remember that the price should not be farther away than the final price of the previous candle. And here we see that the next candle does meet these conditions. So we take our trade, and we apply the risk management rule again, and that's why this strategy is so incredible. So, we set our stop loss, I'll put it at the recent swing high so that the price has room to move, and now the part that we like the most is that we play with the take profit and stop loss. We see that it reached the risk-reward ratio 1-to-1. So we move the stop loss to the entry price. Now we see that it reached the risk-reward ratio 1-to-2. So we move the stop loss to the risk-reward ratio 1-to-1 of our take profit. Now we see that the price reached our stop loss and we won this trade, so here we end the trade. Now we will see examples of long trades. Here is an example of a long trade. First we see that the whole suite is in green, this indicates that the market is controlled by buyers, and we also see a throwback on the candlestick chart. If you do not know what a throwback is, I will show you an image so you can understand it. Second, we see the bullish breakout above the whole suite. Third, we see that on the bullish breakout the QQE bar is in green and the blue line is above zero. And once we see that the conditions are met, we take our trade, and reapply the risk management rule. So, we set our stop loss at the recent swing low, and now we start to modify the take profit and stop loss as the candlestick chart develops. We see that the price reached the risk to reward ratio of 1 to 1, so we modify the stop loss to the entry price. We see that the price reached the risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, so we modify the stop loss to the risk to reward ratio 1 to 1 of our take profit. Okay, we see that we have finished this trade in profit. We will see other examples of long trades. Here is another interesting example of a long trade. First, we see that the whole suite is in green. This indicates that the market is controlled by buyers, and we also see a throwback on the candlestick chart. Second, we see the bullish breakout above the whole suite. Third, we see that on the bullish breakout the QQE bar is in green and the blue line is above zero. Once all the conditions are met, we will take our trade. We apply the risk management rule again. So, we set our stop loss. I will put it at the recent swing low so that the price has room to move, and now the part that we like the most is that we play with the take profit and stop loss. We wait for the price to develop. Okay, we see that the price reached the risk to reward ratio 1 to 1, then we move the stop loss to the entry price. Now we see that the price reached the risk to reward ratio 1 to 2, so we move the stop loss to the risk to reward ratio 1 to 1 of our take profit. We see that the price reached the risk reward ratio 1 to 3, so we move the stop loss to the risk reward ratio 1 to 2 of our take profit. Okay, we see that we have finished this trade in profit. I am sure that if you apply this strategy you will have a lot of profits in your next trades. Now I will explain the indicators of this wonderful strategy. I am glad that you have reached this point. It means that you really want to be a profitable trader. First, we are going to add the whole suite created by In Silico to our candlestick chart. We are going to change the configuration. In the length multiplier we write 2 instead of 1. The second indicator is trendlines with breaks created by LuxAlgo, and we leave this indicator by default. And finally we are going to add the QQE modified by just Uncle L indicator. And we are going to change the configuration of this indicator. Where it says RSI length we are going to change from 14 to 10. Where it says threshold we are going to change from 10 to 5. Then we go to the style and we are going to change it. We are going to disable the following options. And we are going to modify the following options. To color 2 we are going to put an opacity of 0%. And at the first level that appears we change the color from black to white. Now that you have all the indicators ready, enjoy your trading. If you like this content, do not hesitate to subscribe.